Welcome. This is where Gale Sliger and I make our home now. However, we moved to Duncanville in 1947. Actually, I moved here with my parents, who had bought 42 acres along Main Street, from about Bud's Barber Shop down to the Sheffield property on the south. This is where we live now. This is where I was raised. This is the barn where I milked every day. My parents were asked at some time to give land for the widening of Main Street, which at the time was a 2-lane chalk road, not gravel, chalk. To increase the usability of this land, they were more than willing to give land on Main Street. Plus, they were also asked, because everyone in Duncanville was on a septic system, to give land across the back of the property so that the city could avoid crossing the creek twice. And they gave a 50-foot easement across the 42 acres, from about Bud's Barber Shop down to Daniel, actually to the Sheffield property, and the Sheffields gave the additional land so that we could have a sewer system in Duncanville. So many families in this community have given land. Mrs. Hamilton, the Daniels family, the Smith family, the Sheffields. As you can see, this has been a community project. Many people in this community have given land freely, not purchased by the city, but given so that we could develop Duncanville.
Let's talk about property acquisition in the government arena. There are two things that have to take place before a local government can acquire land. First of all, it has to be for a public purpose. And two, it has to be fair market value. So let's talk about that. In the case of Wintergreen Road, in my opinion, the land acquisition does serve a public purpose because it makes that part of town safer as travelers go from one city to another in the best Southwest. The vote that Council took several weeks ago authorizing the county to move forward with the Wintergreen Road project is just that. We have authorized the county to take control of the project, to utilize their staff to make the project a reality. The county has designed the road. Staff of the county will do the land acquisition, and the city is basically out of the picture. Once we made the authorization for the county to proceed with the road, the city of Duncanville is, for all practical purposes, done. The city has nothing to do with the eminent domain proceedings if that should happen. That will be handled by the county And the county has an excellent track record of working with property owners in an agreeable fashion to acquire the land they need to do their projects. The money for the land acquisition will come from the $6.8 million furnished by the county, the city of DeSoto, the city of Cedar Hill, and Dallas Water Utilities, not Duncanville.
My name is Dr. Ron Dotson, and I came tonight to speak. I've been an obstetrician gynecologist in Duncanville for the past 19 years. My family and I have lived in Duncanville for the past 10. When we made an offer on the property, we were told that there was a proposed plan that could someday straighten Wintergreen Road. We were shown a drawing and told that although this plan had been on the books for over 20 years, it may or may not ever happen. However, we had to initial the plan, understanding that if this project ever did occur, we could lose a portion of our driveway, but it would not involve anything past our privacy gate. In 2007, after already investing $950,000 in the renovation and cost of our home, we were told that the Wintergreen project was going to happen. Of course, we were not excited. We had now had 4 years of getting used to our home the way it was. We loved the seclusion and the privacy of the home. We did not want any part of it to change. Any plan differing than the plan we initialed originally is a breach of contract. A subsequent lawsuit will be filed against the city of Duncanville and Dallas County. There will be a long legal battle, and this is not going to be easy.
Do you, by any chance, was that part of your original paperwork, the deed and all of that? Do you, by any chance, still have that alignment that you were originally shown?
We have it somewhere, yes.
It would be interesting to see.
In the last meeting we had with the planning committee with Dallas County, Steve Miller was there, and he had a copy of it, I believe, that day as well.
Okay, so you think it was filed with the initial deed or whatever that
Yes.
Okay, all right, thank you.
This is the first opportunity we've had to hear from you. And there's a workshop set up. The first workshop that was ever held on it was for District 4 only. That's your district. It was not a town hall meeting. We did not agree to a town hall meeting on that. And this one is a town hall meeting set up, but I encourage you to also show up, and any of your supporters that want to, because it's kind of been one-sided actually, and it's nice to hear from you.
You know, in the past it seemed like whenever there's been a meeting, I have heard about it at the last minute. It's not an easy life to always make a meeting, and I just found out about this a couple days ago.
And I believe that the Dotsons had the right and needed the opportunity to stand up and say to the public, we don't want this. And without putting a public hearing on the last agenda, there was no guarantee that they would ever have a chance.
They already had.
So they have to have a
First
chance
county
now.
meeting, they didn't do it.
Which one?
The county meeting that you mentioned where
Yes.
it's brought to public.
Actually, at that time, things were completely different. There wasn't enough votes on the city council to even pass the road project. And I did feel it was actually going to be beneficial for them to show up and try to state, and I also wasn't prepared for people to stand up and speak for them, saying things that they themselves didn't want. They would have been there if I had told them, yeah, I think you need to be here. But at that point, they had something else, and they, as a doctor, he's very busy. And I just told, that was my mistake. Maybe they should have been there at that county meeting.
Roadway projects do not happen quickly. They take a lot of years to plan and get funded and so forth. So it takes a long time. This particular project I consider to be one of the models on how cities should try to work together.
A new mayor comes in and can change the direction, and a new council of projects that you were working on jointly as a region. The Best Southwest is known for its collaboration.
Knowing the majority of our current council is not in favor of this project, wouldn't it make sense to wait until June to see if the council seats change, thus interest in the project might change?
I don't know if that's a question or a statement, so I'll leave it with the statement, Mayor.
You wait to June and the council changes, it's going to cost Duncanville $200,000 more.
We've taken that off the table. You can't use that as a barrier anymore. It's not going to cost Duncanville anything.
Thank you.